find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings at 7-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play action. Cousins. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action now. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They they'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. There's Wilson to throw. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the counter, it's Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Miles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have him here at the 9-yard line. So first interception thrown for him there, and not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run down for Nwangu. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play fake. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And way up past the 35. He's taken down. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. From the 38, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. Drops this off with Nwangu. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape for 1st.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's caught right side by Mims. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this one complete again to Mims. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got this one completed to Mims. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Wilson to Mims for a New York first. They'll give to Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Touchdown! Denzel Mims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. 14, Jets 7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins now. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll have it past midfield. Almost to the 40 and taken down. Another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. first and 10. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Interception. Cousins firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now Cousins on 4th down. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. On the give is Nwangu. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jets have recovered.
Stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Handoff right side to Nwangu.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's Mims. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
On first down, Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Now Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. And now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on third down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time?
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's not going to get there. They take him at the 2. And defensively, they were ready for their full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the Wangu. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Vikings on third down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Cousins. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action now, Cousins. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now Wilson on first down. He finds Corey Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Cousins to throw. Out quickly to Judy. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Cousins here to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this one complete again to Mims. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
It may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So the final